Yeah, folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to everyone should be back on the same time clock system, more or less. Because I think the rest of the world updated their clocks from standard time to summertime, if there are places that still do that, which we can all collectively agree is a stupid thing. But nothing's as stupid as a couple of countries decided to desync themselves a few years ago. And made everything worse. But yes, we should be back on the standard, say 5-hour deviation to the UK, 6-hour deviation to Central European time, etc., etc. Oh, no, it's this weekend. Oh, is it? I thought it was this weekend that just went. I thought that was Saturday, this past Saturday night. Okay, so we still got another week of people being confused about things. Woo! Oh, for NZ. Oh, so is there even more? Sorry, NZ. Is there even more desync? Sweden changed 2 days ago. Okay, it happened in Europe. All right. So in Old Zealand, they've changed their clocks this weekend, and then in New Zealand, it's going to be this upcoming weekend. Nothing makes sense. Everything is dumb. Let's play video games. It's way better. You had an hour stolen from me this weekend. Yeah, that does suck. That does suck huge. So we're playing Timberborn, which is a lovely, gorgeous game. I mean, it's nighttime right now, so we're not really getting the happy, sunny visuals that we often get. It is a wet season right now, so we've got lots of water. And at the end of the last stream on Saturday, we were just cutting down a bunch of trees. Well, not cutting down, we're just destroying them. Yeah, this is probably one aspect of the game where I find it a little bit cumbersome to do. If I just planted the desired trees right from the start, could have sidestepped it, but it's still a little weird. Anyway, we're doing that. Then we're waiting for a little bit more resin to kick in so that we can get our observatory and get some science going on. And then we're going to build some zip lines because those are new to me and they sound really exciting. Didn't help with the F1 race either, taking place in Japan. Oh yes, for some of this, because it was 1 a.m. for me on Saturday. So I guess it was 1 a.m. like probably Sunday morning. So Saturday night, Sunday morning. So I just watched it, when I woke up on Sunday. And then we got like a 5-week break, right? There were supposed to be 2 races, but for some reason, the races in certain Middle Eastern countries have been canceled this year. I can't imagine why that may have decided to do that. RSA doesn't do daylight saving. Yeah, and here's the thing. Daylight saving, time zones inherently have to exist. Otherwise, not having time zones or just having time zones doesn't solve the issue. Because you still get the question, I mean, it'd be easier for these sorts of content, for live streams specifically, to report time in UTC, although we can already do that. Although when I did that, people would get confused. Mostly British people, because British people assume UTC means their time, and they don't recognize that when they're on British summertime, they're no longer in sync with UTC. Which is why, ultimately, I stopped using UTC, because I was using it more, but it was confusing British people. But yeah, because otherwise, you'd still get the thing of like, well, I want to call a business in this other town, and when are they open? Right? Either you have to be like, well, what time zone are they in? When's 9 to 5? Or you have to be like, well, the businesses in these towns are open from 1700 hours to 0300 or, so you're still having to do conversions. But time changes are stupid. Why it doesn't do it in parts of New Mexico? Isn't there like a thing in like, is there a place in Arizona where like Arizona does it, but this native reserve doesn't, but then another sub-reserve within it does or something? Isn't there some weird, like, nested thing somewhere? I feel like it's in Arizona, but I don't know. I think we had just ended a dry period. Actually, yeah, that's quite obvious. We had just ended a dry period, so the big flood is coming in. So we're gonna have a little bit of a spillover on some of our crops, but that's fine. Yeah, that's when it's gonna drop in a second here. Triply nested time zones, yeah. Or maybe that's it. Maybe Arizona doesn't do it, and then one of the native reserves does, but then maybe there's a bit inside that's either another tribe or it's like a donut hole in it. There's something like that. One of those fun, interesting little factoids that you drop, on people, and they're like, yeah, we don't care. Why are you even talking about this? Play video games. That's what we're here to see. Arizona doesn't do it. Navajo Nation does. There it is. Donut. Yeah, a bit of a flood. Totally fine. We did get dynamite going at the end of the stream. In fact, we got a huge warehouse full of dynamite sitting on top of a grain reserve, which is fine. Couldn't possibly cause a problem. And we'll probably do some more blowing up. In fact, I think there's no reason not to just go and deepen all of our river area over here. in some fashion. I mean, we don't even have to literally do all of it. Just the more we do, the more it'll hold during the drought seasons. But like, so I could do like everything around the edges here just to make sure we've got an extra pool of stuff for our crops and things. So we'll probably do some of that. Dig out the riverbed, yeah. We could wait until we get like deeper dynamite. Although really just going 2 tiles deep is going to be perfectly fine. There's a carrot sitting on, oh, there it just got picked up. Yeah, our stockpiles have been pretty full. And then how are we doing over here? We've got 2 pine resin. We're waiting for some pine trees to mature. Oh, and actually, so speaking of, I think, were we going to do this area of maple? Yeah, there you go. I think we'd started a little bit of maple, and we're probably going to do a bigger maple area later, but we don't have a need for maple syrup yet, and it was just like, well, let's start a little trickle. As someone pointed out, our strategic maple syrup reserve, which is a real thing in Canada. And if you think that's something, you got to read up on the maple syrup heist. One of the greatest thefts in Canadian history. The heist at the strategic maple syrup reserve. Should dynamite be stored in wet and humid areas? I don't know enough about dynamite, but I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, here sweaty dynamite is bad. Because that's when like the nitroglycerin separates from dynamite, right? The whole thing with dynamite is like, wow, we think of it as being quite dangerous. It was like this massive safety improvement over raw nitroglycerin. And then like I think C4 is even more stable. Like, does C4 have to be set off with an electrical charge? Like I think, don't try this at home. If you have access to C4, don't try this at home. But is C4 the thing that you could just throw a brick of C4 onto a fire and it'll burn, but it won't explode? Don't try this at home. C4 can only be set off with a detonator. Maybe it's not electrical charge. Maybe it needs to be a particular type of detonation. Yeah, it can make good fuel. I think I've heard like things of like soldiers out in the field would like cut off a little piece of C4 to like help start their fire. I think it stinks and it's full of chemicals and stuff, but when you got to, you got to. Building lacks goods. Which building? The smelter. Why is it highlighting? Oh, is it highlighting everything in the logistics grid? Okay, I guess it's highlighting this building here. Oh, because we're probably out of scrap metal. Yeah, because we were collecting scrap metal over here. That's done. We've got tons of metals going on. I think what we can do is just pause the smelter. I'm assuming this is overriding the... I mean, it clearly is. Although it'll be interesting to see what happens if, say, the power sensor gets toggled. But I'm assuming this just stays in the pause state. Because, yeah, there's nothing for you to do right now. We've got lots of metals. We'll figure out the rest after. Reminds me of those 90s action movies that have C4 in a toothpaste tube. But yeah, I like all the ones where they're doing that, or they've got like the equivalent of basically like a caulking gun filled with something that they like put around the door. The first episode of Firefly does something like that, for example. You do that and then you like ignite it and it just like burns a nice hole in the frame and then you just knock the door over. Looks super cool. Don't know how realistic any of that is. Maybe it is, I don't know. Yes, caulking, not caulking. Although, this is a long time ago now. My sister used to have a part-time job working at a hardware store, and I remember one time going in to troll her, and would make very funny inquiries about what the best type of caulk was, because that's what siblings do. Do you have the building lets Beavers customize material? Oh, that's right. There's like a tail stamping thing. I forgot about that. It's probably under our well-being, isn't it? We can unlock a few of these, although I want to save the tech for ziplines. I really want to get the ziplines going. And we need a little bit for that, because the zipline station by itself is 700 science. And then presumably we need at least a pylon or a beam. So we'll do that. Of course, for science, we'll come in a little faster when we do get the observatory. We're still at 2 resin. How do we harvest exactly 2 resin and then nothing else? We must have had resin from something random? Maybe there was a random stray pine tree at some... Well, we didn't have a tapper shack. I don't know why we randomly had 2 resin. Also, these trees are clearly in an area where trees don't properly grow. So let's do that. Let's take out those as well. Stray Pine, great short novel name. Ooh, I like it. Then it also makes me think of Ashbury Pine, a wonderful game. story-driven sort of the incremental idle game that is just, it's just wonderful. It's one of those games where I kind of wish I could like temporarily lock away my knowledge of the game so I could play it again like blind and then unlock it again after so I can like compare the two experiences. I want to purge it forever, you know? Oh, before the stream started, I did go and queue up a little staircase over here because I thought that might be helpful. I mean, I know there's one here, but we can still minimize a little bit of walking distance. I don't think the space had to be reserved for anything, so I thought that might be lovely. All right, more of the pine. Oh, I love this! I hadn't noticed. Look at. It's just. I guess this is their idle thing. They're just sitting around, like over here, right? They're just sitting around, kind of idle. That's lovely. Oh, that's nice. Oh, not one of the new maps with the new things and mechanics that hit the new water seeps. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just playing on kind of a classic map here. And yeah, we have a bit of a. We can't reach here to go and cut these down. We don't need paths, I think, for like the forester and stuff. I think they will just reach here, but I think for construction purposes, because they're out of range of this. So let's just go and build an extra little path over here. Stairs, chunk, chunk, chunk. And that's enough. I mean, I could prep and plan to have a stair here, because maybe we'll want to go in and out of the water there later. So, you know, extend, extend, extend. Already, just having this was giving them the ability to reach here. But now this is all going to be in reach. So they'll chop that down, we'll replant. Beware when tapping maple trees that you don't accidentally try tapping an ent. They may not be too happy. Well, at least we'll have a long time before they decide to act on it. How are we doing here? Still have 2 pine resin. Yeah, so we are waiting for these things to kick in. Then, obviously, we might have way too much pine resin. I don't know how much we need in practice. We might end up cutting down a bunch of... Maybe over here I'll end up planting maple instead. Also wonder if I should maybe cut a path here and just have this connected. I think I actually do want to do that. Yeah, you know what? I know we've already planted some of these trees, but I'm going to go and do that. And I'm going to... Can I... No, that's not the marked trees area. It's, right, it's the delete resources building. I'm going to do this, and we're going to plan a little path right here that we might appreciate. No, I don't have any chestnuts yet. That's another thing we could do. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and cancel these trees that haven't been planted yet. Cancel those. Cancel these. And there shouldn't be anything under there, but just to say. Maybe we'll plant some chestnuts over here. Did this get gathered by... How are chestnuts gathered? You do. You're a hoary old chestnut. UI complaints. Oh my. Oh, it's a gathering flag. Like for blueberries. Okay. So yeah, that'll be the plan. Okay, so what we're gonna do here. How tall is this? Yeah, we do need double. Chunk, 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 chunk. And then on the other side. That. And a little path across the top, and then over there. There we go. That's lovely. I think that's going to be a lot nicer. Because, yeah, what we could do is also push up the well-being. Right now, I'm really waiting for this to finish. Because, I mean, I could build just a bunch more inventors. How do the stats compare? So the inventor is 1 hour, 1 science. Oh, observatory is 0.75, 10 science. So it's like, I mean, I can't do the math there. It's what, like nearly 15 times more efficient? But it needs power. This game like Minecraft? Yes, for different values of like Minecraft. Ooh, that is an interesting way. I mean, it's more like RimWorld. I mean, it's obviously not first person, but otherwise, sure, let's say yes. Or no, if you hate Minecraft. Hick. You can chop down trees. You don't punch trees, though. You chew at them with your beaver teeth. So it's a little different. And yes, I said teeth. All right. Our bets are full. We do have lots of beavers. We've got 10 unemployed beavers right now, and that includes the full builder's hut, the full hauling post, which is overflow here. So we could definitely add more industry. We're not full of wheat storage, although we have been in the past. Is there another chunk of metal we could be harvesting in the short term? I mean, lots over here. And then there's the underground mine. At that point, though, it's so far away, I really feel like we should probably plan on making a new district soon, or make way more use of zip lines. Maybe we do just keep one giant district and just zip line like crazy. We do have enough to unlock the zipline post now. Although, I think you need at least one pylon to make it work. How much is the pylon? Maybe the pylon's really cheap. Oh, no, it's still 500. Okay. Oh, I don't think they were running at night. I think they were just having a snooze, so the inventor shacks weren't working temporarily. So let's plant some chestnut trees over here. And then I'll put a little gathering post. Although this is more of a thing of early access, not needed. I think this should be removed for 1.0. Okay. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Because, yeah, I mean, I didn't mind it. Like, it's a little challenging. It was a little challenging to like, initially set up. But, you know, the idea of compartmentalizing things was fine. But, and I think maybe without zip lines, without a fast way to transport yourself from one place to another, maybe you'd still sort of want these little localized area. But with zip lines, which hopefully we'll try soon, maybe it's really not that bad. Your district's genuinely quite bad right now. Okay, cool. But then, you know what? I don't have to stress about it, which is lovely. I mean, I suppose I don't need this gathering flag set up yet, but what the hell. Nearly ready for that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and unlock, even though I think we can't use it completely yet. I'll unlock the zipline station. Okay, it's a little bigger than I'd hoped. Can still fit it. Huh? Oh, did I? Okay. I'd have to get some platforms. I mean, that's not a really high traffic area. I like the idea of launching from this really high area, but I don't think it's actually a useful place to do it. So we want to deploy these, what, like kind of like metro stations? Kind of like inconvenient locations? Like maybe we have one here because it's near the center of town, and then we have one, say, here and here maybe? Something like that? Public transit, basically? Yeah. I'm assuming that having one here and here is probably too close to be all that useful. I mean, we have the resources. Mostly it's about the space. And I could also put it on top here, but then it's that much further out of the way. Although I suppose I could have one up here for when people leave their houses. And then, you know, immediately they can quickly get to work. I mean, I have to build another staircase. Or something. Yeah, over at the builders and haulers, you're right. This area here is probably the absolute sweet spot for one. Too bad I can't fit there. I mean, it could fit there, but then it doesn't have the entrance. So realistically, it would be... do this and then put a path in. Or I could tear down this building, just rotate it. I think you do rebuild it. Actually, I'm curious. Hold on a second. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and then you complain because nothing's in there. But if I then go around and do this, does it instantly appear? Because it would have to, because the builders come from this. There you go. Because then these buildings all operate on this one road. And then I can be like, okay, you get a zipline station right here. I mean, honestly, it might still be worth doing this so that the people coming from this side can... But there's no openings on this path here. Yeah, I think this is fine. Oh, yeah, you're right. We could go and tear down all the inventors with the observatory because it's like infinitely faster. Okay, not literally infinitely, but it's pretty fast. Now, okay, I guess we'll find out in a second. Do the zip lines get in the way of each other? Like, well, I guess I could end up putting a pylon on top of here so we can go up there. I'm assuming the zip lines aren't allowed to pass through buildings. Yeah, that's a good question, Snafu, and that's the thing I was confused about, because I had assumed the zip line, you start high and go low, but apparently it's more like little cable cars. They're like little powered zip lines. Can a pylon act as an intersection? Can I have like a zip line that goes from here to there, and then from the same pylon go this way? Or they look absolutely completely independent routes that just go from one station to another? No, form linear path only. Okay, which I think is reasonable given the way that zip lines would work. So I need 500 tech, which, oh, it's there. Oh, because the observatory's up. Lovely. Oh. Is it auto linking to the closest one, or is it just giving a preview? Because presumably I probably still have to explicitly set it up. And see, if I put it over here, and it's still got the arrow, even though, yeah. So it probably can't reach this because there's buildings in the way, but I guess it's still pointing. So, unlock that. And then, well, I guess the other question is the range on these. But let's say I want a pylon, a zipline station here. We'll find out the range. If need be, I can put a little pylon right over here and get it all connected up. Range is 30 meters, or 30 hexes, presumably. Because the other thing that would be sometimes convenient is, oh, okay, there's an add connection. Can I preemptively add it? I can. That's 6 meters. And then, is it chaining? It is, but that's too far. Barely too far. Okay. I do love that this game does support the ability to do these connections. Same thing with the logic stuff, even while things still are in a blueprint mode. That's actually something that's very easy to design your game in such a way that you can't do that. Because it's very typical to do something like, okay, when you're building a game, like, when in your city builder or whatever game you're building, when a user plops down a building, and it's not one of these games where the building appears instantly, it's like, it has to be constructed. Some games do it where the building gets put down, you get a blueprint. And a blueprint has all the logic for how to handle construction. And then when that construction blueprint is done, then it replaces itself with the real building. The downside to that is you can't... You know what? I bet you can't reach here. Let me put it on the other side. Yeah. The downside to that is that you don't have the logic... And we never built that lantern either. You don't have the logic in place where you can wire these buildings together. Whereas if you implement the buildings to have knowledge of, I am this kind of building, and I am under construction, it adds a lot more sort of weight and logic to the actual building because it needs to kind of know this concept. But it means that you can wire things, like a lot of the logic is in place. You know, you have to have the building be aware that I'm not the real building. Ooh, a bad tide is approaching. Hold on, let's pause. That I'm not the real building yet, that, you know, all my modes aren't the same as expected, but... Is this... Oh, no, I want decorations for the lantern. It's not going to cover the same area as before, but we'll put it down anyway. Okay. All right. Bad tide. So in theory, we're prepared for it. In theory, what we have is we have a total of 4 floodgates. This one, this one, this one, and this one. And each one of them has a sensor right outside of it that reports if it detects contamination. All of the sensors are wired into relays. So 2 sensors into this relay, 2 sensors into this relay, and then these 2 sensors go into this last one, which is called Poop Anywhere. And all our floodgates should work thusly. These 2 are letting water flow when there's no poop. And if any poop is detected anywhere, they slam shut, not letting any water flow through. And then these others are implemented the other way around, such that they're normally completely closed. But if poop is detected anywhere, they open up and let it flow out. And so that should bypass our base. We should probably get our, I don't know how long the bad tide will last, but we should probably go ahead and get our dynamitage to deepen our little areas over here. Let's deepen a section right along this edge. Already, if it's not a very long bad tide, just like the dry periods, like we can tank it just fine. Now, this isn't a real reservoir setup or anything like that. Like, it doesn't let us hold more water higher for power flow. This doesn't, if the water stops flowing, our power will go down, but that's okay. That is perfectly acceptable by our design. Actually, I'm going to cancel this one. Won't that water get stuck in the upper bond? What do you mean bond? Both ways. Huh? You're probably saying something really helpful, but I'm afraid I don't understand it. Right, contaminated water should never come in here, so that should be fine. Oh, you can dry place dynamite? Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Can poopy be used for fertilizer? Well, it's actually radioactive water or something like that. And we do have some of it over here because you use it to build dynamite. I mean, it's got a radiation or contamination or biohazard symbol. I think it's probably, contaminated with like gasoline or oil or something like that, which explains why we can make explosives out of it. That's my theory anyway. Make sure that people can actually reach these little bits and bobs. You install them. And then same thing here. We'll oops. Lord of this games, humans ruined the world and beavers had to rebuild it, right? So oil makes sense. That is exactly how I read it. Yeah. Air United sacked their manager today. No, I didn't hear that. I have to admit, I have not been following Air United news in some time. So the other thing, oh look, oh, the zip line. Oh, can we see a beaver use the zip line? Oh, someone, yes! 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 Look at, they're Supermaning. What's the follow? There. Whee! Oh, right. It's got a spinny wheel, so that's why the zipline works in both things. So it's more like a ski lift, you know? Maybe they'll hire you. Could be. Oh, look at them all go! Oh, because it's nighttime. They're all coming home. Oh, fantastic! Can you check if the paths for poop water are cleared? On the right side, I think there's some debris. So there's debris over here, but not here. So the poop water should flow down here into here. Oh, you know what? It can only flow so much. Huh. I knew about this one, but I for some reason I'd read this as being open. Yeah. So this is the drain off the map here. But just opening this, well, actually would be fine if we levy this to 2 tiles high, like as high as this, and then open this. We'll get a little bit of backflow. And that might not be good for some of the trees over here. But then when this opens, it'll join up into here and overall be okay. There's a drop down on the channel, so I think I mean, it's going to come down here, then it's going to drop down. I mean, eventually this will fill up. Oh, you know what? It'll probably overflow right here, won't it? Hang on. We need to figure out Zila. Hold on. That's not the key. Okay. Go up 1. So what we need to do is determine that if the water were to go above here, that it's completely contained by this level and not going to flow into our base. Because hopefully the idea is maybe the poop water will accumulate, then flow over here and then exit. That is not the case. It will open up into here and flow down here, though I think that's fine. I mean, it's a reservoir, which will then keep over... We might need to get our ass over here and go and seal a couple of these things real quickly. Here as well. This is fine. This is not fine. Want that big thing for a reservoir? Yeah, I mean, the things will evaporate eventually. That was a long way to come and do a build. Oh. We got this over here. That'll work. I don't even know if we need that bit, but for the sake of argument. Okay, beavers can now come down here. Because, yeah, this is the bit specifically I'm worried about. And then I think this was also maybe needs to be blocked a little bit more. It's gonna be a lot of walking. You're going to be dumb and stupid and annoying, aren't you? Because I want this to be double high. Yeah, zipline outpost might be the right thing for the back and forth. I don't know if this works on top of debris. No. I might have to do this. Pay attention, there's a new subscriber. Change the priority. Yeah, you can change the priority. The problem is, right? So it's like build this first, then that, then, and just like lower the priority of these. But I'm not sure they can get to the far bit. Well, okay, we don't need a path on top of these. They'll still be able to walk. There won't be a path for a connection, but they can still walk on it step by step. Yeah, so build bottom first. Then build top bit. Build the closest ones first? Right, for the... And you said... Someone said if you... They'll build them in the order you plop them down? So... If I go this, they'll build it in that order? And then after, I can skip the stairs by just doing this. So they'll build outwards, then they'll build this, that, and not get themselves stuck. Let's find out. And yeah, getting some zip lines way out here does seem like a brilliant idea. This seems like a decent spot to put a little zip line landing. And then, I guess I build another zipline over here, which might get trashed later. Do I not have room for another one? So, which might get trashed later. What I would love is... Because you don't know how far away 30 tiles are. I would like an option here with the add connection that almost like if you're mousing over terrain, it just queues up the pylon. But I guess because there's 2 different pylons. Is there a way to get a distance? Oh, will the arrows disappear? Oh, I hadn't noticed before the arrows disappearing. But it still doesn't confirm if it's a valid connection, does it? Or does it? Oh, it does. It does disappear. Okay. So it really does just show a legal one. All right. I'm going to skirt around these trees and then go here. I said this could be a temporary thing. And it might be, but at the same time, if we've got that, then I can set up a little mining rig over here. That'll be nice. Oh, wait, whoa. Oh! You think we can branch off? There is an option for multiple connections. Okay, this tree's in the way for this one. Although if I just move this, hold on a second. So you can only have one. The pylons are fully linear, but you can launch from more than one place. Oh shit, can we add more? Or is it just 2? Okay, so just 2. Stations can support 2 lanes. So stations can act as a little bit of an intersection-ish. Well, really, it's almost turning the station also into just more linear stuff. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we probably can't get to this one. Can we get to this one? No. This bit is required. Probably want it later. Again, we don't actually have to touch for the construction. We just have to be in some kind of range. Don't actually have to touch, but fine. Okay. Use a mod that makes the max connections for that. I can see how that would be very nice. There's a bulk priority command. Yeah, there it is. This is the most important thing. Crash that first. I don't think we're going to get this done before the bad water comes in. Suppose I could have not done quite as much over here. Oh, we don't actually have the full cap. Yeah, let's make sure the builders' huts are fully staffed. Top priority. Could also just cancel a few other things, but we'll just try to remind me to change the priority later. "24 hours a day work cycle. Because it's night right now. We need people to not stop. How come they're not? Oh, they're reaching some stuff there. Hang on. Let's prioritize everything that helps our zipline network. That's more important than any levies. Yeah, we're not going to get this done before the bad water comes in. So we're just going to have to hope that it doesn't overflow and kill us all. Okay. Sorry, you can go back to regular work hours. It's going to be fine. . 'Cause 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 Here it comes. There you go. Oh, that's... Oh, when this slammed shut, because the water has momentum, which is very realistic. Oh, we're going to have a bunch of sick beavers here. Get out of the water! It slammed shut and we had a little overflow. It's flowing down here. Now, if I close this, things would pour out here, but probably not fast enough. There's a way to make medicine. Herbalist. I think he uses berries? Which we can plant and might end up planting over here later. So I'm assuming you need berries as an input. So we probably want a gathering post over here. All right, is that it? We can't see... It's a little annoying. I can't see here what the actual work will be. I also need dandelions. Foresters plant those. Oh. Herbalist, daylilies, and berries. And forester plants dandelions? Hmm. Oh, that was a really short bad water. Thank goodness. I guess the first one is the, here's what to expect. And yeah, I didn't want the bad water flooding in here. It didn't flood into my base. But I didn't want the bad water in this area. The idea is to plug it so that that doesn't happen in the future. So eventually the good water will come in here. Our sensors, we might get a little bit of thrashing of the sensors back and forth, depending on exactly like the water flow situation. And we're probably going to go ahead and void a lot of like good water through here too. Especially with this like not clearing that. I mean, Brownian motion or something will eventually cause this to be cleared. Yeah, we might just have to open that. I mean, as long as there's not that much bad water. Yeah, I think it's fine. Let me go and just whack this open. Oh, sorry, the other way around. The poop must flow. There's still one of the sensors is still reporting poop contaminant. Oh, right over here. We'll actually see it flip to off. There it is. There you go. No poop detected anywhere. And then that's closed. All right. And actually, yeah, this will drain, and this will partially drain back out. Yeah, block that bad water. You'll be fine. Yeah, since we've got the ability to move faster, moving the floodgates... If we floodgated sort of here and here, and then carved a path out here, because this is a constant bad water thing. If we just routed bad water this way, I don't know. Beaver is unwell. And yeah, we're waiting for these things. Wait, too far from... Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean too far from a district and cannot be reached? There's clearly a path here. Huh? Oh! This isn't actually done building. Oh, no, they can do this because they can build down infinitely far, right? So they will be able to stand here and build that bottom one? I think? There it is. Yeah, okay. Then we're going to get around to it, but... Dehydrated. We do have water. And I promise this stuff is clean. Alright, tons of science. So, what I'd like to do is get a second observatory going. And probably another wind turbine. This is presumably slowly draining power, yes. I mean, we're going to need a bunch, I think, of gravity batteries. Okay, oh, right, and we've got resin. Perfect, we're full on resin. What this means is we can start doing treated planks. Is that something that happens at the wood workshop, presumably? Okay. Planks are being stored down here. Resin's up there. I want to move one to the other. Oh, does it need power? Oh, it does need power. I want to go there, or do I want to... How about I just do this? Okay. And we've got everything we need for this. Okay. Do treated planks go? Yes. Go. You create a pool beavers to go through on the way to that house. Yeah, you probably could. Because it's always nice to get the wet fur bonus. So yeah, now this can be reached. Yeah, okay. So eventually build it. We'll get that. Then we'll get this thing. We're still doing a little bit of swimming through contaminated water over here. That's built, yeah. Stairs are done, so now this can be reached, and it is at the highest priority. There you go. So someone... does take a lot of stuff to deliver, but they will go and do this. I'm going to go and set the builders... so this building... Actually, I might keep this one... Make sure it's full. This one can go to... orange priority... red priority. So keep this full. If there's idle beavers, put them in hauling post first. If there's still more idle beavers, put them in more builders' huts. I think I'm okay with that priority. Oh, right, the scrap gatherer, which was up over here. Well, I'm going to arguably wait till the zip line... I mean, I guess the gathering posts don't need construction. No, let me wait until this zip line here is constructed, and then I'll plop down a gathering or two over here. Infinite down. Always infinite, yeah. I think the infinite down is probably in place to prevent certain, like, getting stuck statuses. Yeah, see, they're doing some swimming over here, which is not great. There we go. That's in place. Perfect. Okay. So then what we'll do is put down a scavenger flag. I think just one is going to be fine. Just a slow trickle of metal. And then we'll go and unpause that thing at some point. So if I blew this up, I mean, there'd be some back... No, it is lower level. I think blowing this up is what we need to flush this out. And ultimately what we're looking for. Build this up. Build this up. And I mean, on the next bad water tide, it should flow out over here anyway, but then some would still linger. So yeah, we are looking ultimately to demolish this. We might just have to accept the fact that more beavers are going to have to experience a little bit of contamination for a bit. Or I can build... How about I build just a little path over here? Just to let them walk through that way. I'll have the high ground. Insert other Star Wars quotes and things here. And then, do they demolish in order? If I say demolish here, then there, then there. I guess to make sure, demolish this one at the furthest end first. Well, actually, they're probably going to swim through the water to do it first. Let me just cancel all these until we've got the path. Oh, no, they won't, because there's no path on the ground, so they wouldn't actually walk over here. So, yeah, let me demolish, 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 and just to be sure, the furthest one first, then this one, then that one will be last, which should, I hope, happen because it's at the order of the queue, but let's make sure. When you blow it, when you have backflow, it's higher up, so it's actually going to just flow out. That's what I was worried about as well with the backflow, but no, it's all going to flow out. And I guess I can chain this zipline station as well. If I wanted more, I could put another one over here, which might be an excellent idea. I mean, this is temporary now. We can wait until we know that we're going to do more work in this area. And at least they can still zipline for part of it. You just blow the blockages of the explosives. Oh, really? Speaking of explosives, there was supposed to be a kaboom. Looks like those have all been placed. Oh, the tree's taking damage? There we go. So even if we get an extended drought, there'll be an extra long supply of stuff over there. A little bit of a disruption in the water flow. That's fine. I'm assuming the showers can go 2 levels down as well. Yeah, you said you could drag. That is nice. The regular pumps can go down 2 levels, so I'm just hoping the showers can as well. You still need shallow water for crops. Wait, what? Oh, right. There's an irrigation efficiency. If it's too far down, your crops don't get watered as well? How deep does it affect? If I go... Right, you still need water for crop. Okay, so I'm not hurting anything right now. When this is the only water and there's nothing above it. Water crops, okay. I'm not going to do all of it. That's right, we do need water crops at some point. What I like about this not working, it's a reminder that I got to go and blow that dynamite. Oh! They didn't build it in the order. Look! Look, they didn't build it in the right order. Even though I clicked this first. Things got delivered here first, but then someone decided to do another job. Okay, it's fine, because that's what we're going to build the staircase for. But yeah, we can't just trust the click order. Okay. And yes, we got lots of contaminated beavers. Womp womp. Unstaffed building. Oh, we have a lot of unstaffed buildings. Maybe we had a bunch of beavers die. 2 free beds. Actually, wait, what's unstaffed? Oh, the builder shot's unstaffed, which is fine, actually. Okay, it's at night, so nothing's happening. They've built across this second row of rocks. They could have walked on the first one, but did not. I'm lost. Where? Yeah, okay, there. Yeah, because we could build in there. Because I could have just built on top of these? No. No, I couldn't build on top of those. Further back? I don't know. It's fine now. If they had actually built in the order that was clicked, and they did deliver the goods there, and then they decided to do something silly. All right. Yeah, probably just get rid of the old science building. Yeah, they are doing a trickle of science, but they're really bad. They are really bad. Here, that'll free up a few more workers. Okay. And some more room for something else over here. Could be more housing, I'm not sure. Look at all these busy little beavers. Okay, so this is presumably not going to work at all right now. Okay, oh, it needs paper as well, but we've got that. So berries, dandelions. Okay, so getting the dandelions over here is going to be a little annoying. Should I get just another forester set up? I mean, probably, but... I mean, I'll just put a dandelion storage over here. Presumably it goes in one of these bins. This. Dandelions. We can also go ahead and plan our spiral stairs, since we do have the materials for them now. Look how cute that is. In fact, I could have done it with less building, but that's okay. We have a few shrubs and things. I'm sure we can use more for more well-being, though. Bee sting, injury, contamination, not enough wet fur, which could be supplied just by the shower. But yeah, if we could path more beavers through the water, that would also be excellent. All right, and this shower's not available currently. Get another one there. Could knock down another tree or something here, too. Just make sure there's lots of shower services available. And then we started grow chestnuts, and then yeah, we'll want to get the spattercock down as well. Spattercock? Spatterdock. Is that okay? Check this area over here. Like, I might actually want to be like, listen, do this quickly, because we need to go and get the dynamite thing happening and clear this, because you're walking through contaminated water. The sooner you build this, the sooner you don't have to go through, because then we can drain it. Bedrock is another word for spotted dick. I wonder over here. What's okay? You still. Interesting. It's locked based on what? Because you need the aquatic farmhouse. Okay. Where would you build it? In the little river or in this lake? I kind of like the idea of building it up in this lake. So this farmhouse you still put on land. I mean, presumably you could put it up on a platform or something. And then it just works just like a farm. So they'll go and harvest things nearby. Do they need to go into the water to work the aquatic crops? Oh yeah, this is clean. You're right. I could just go and flood through some regular water now. That's a good point. I just did this for a little bit. We could wash in some clean water. And then long term, oh, there you go. The drain's open actually, so it was about to fix itself regardless. Because yeah, it's going to empty out here. Close up, so this will go and drain, and that's fine. And then as soon as the staircase is done, that'll get built, and then hopefully that won't be an issue. And this thing shouldn't get more crap water. I might, just to stop splashover, I might still want to go and build double high over here. Because right now, when the initial flood comes in, I bet you some of the bad water splashes over this into there. I could also open this now and add this as a good water reservoir. I don't think there's any reason not to, except that I might want to get rid of these blockages now. I guess it doesn't matter. Beavers can still go through the water. Did I not rename the stream on Twitch? I renamed it on YouTube. Oh, yes. Sorry. It should be called Stream 2. My bad. If I'm going to use this as a freshwater reservoir, then I definitely will want to go and make sure this is double walled up before we do that. Let me just maybe wait to make sure that our construction backlog is dealt with. Oh, speaking of, these are all installed. Perfect. There we go. Whee! Would have been amazing progress for 1 hour play, yeah. I'm not just fast at this game. At first, yeah, it's like standard city builder stuff. But then when I've got to get into like more of the water mechanics and like and thinking in terms of 3D, that's where my little CPU starts to overheat and lag. So yeah, I think a double high section over here. And you know what, man, let's go ahead and was it you I think to demolish? You know what, I'll get rid of all these right now. It's fine. And then I'll probably just build double tall in this little spot. Yeah. I mean, this isn't required. Be able to access things up here too. Yeah, if I build it right here, then we could even plan like a little route through here if we wanted to for any reason. There's no reason to do that, but it, you know, it's cute. Remember, water can't go through diagonals. That's true. We could save some little materials for that. Any reason? I mean, I guess there's no reason not to build this as a floodgate on the bottom first. Potentially, we'll always want it closed. But if we build the bottom part as a floodgate rather than just... Oh, no! That's right. We can't build levees on top of floodgates. You used to put sluices at the bottom. Oh, no, there's the flow thing. Could I just put a fill valve and then just, like, leave it and not build it? I guess we can always do it later. Who cares? Well, if it is this, takes metal, it's some expense. I can... Maybe we'll just leave it for a rebuild later. Oh, there's holler floodgates. Oh, that's true. That's the solution. Okay, thank you. So I'll just build a double tall floodgate in here. That'll do it. Oh, another bad tide. Okay, they're like, you learned. So now we're going to do it the other way. We better rebuild this before the bad tide comes. We've got 3 days. I think everything else is in place. Oh, there's still some goop water in here. Hold on. I didn't realize that. We didn't flush this out completely. Did some of it backflow? Oh, is it level here? Oh, it is level here. Okay, so some of it is backflowing. Never mind. I thought there was a drop there. I was sure there was a drop there. So I might want to go and put a little something here too, but... Okay, that's cleared. The important thing... is that... And, yeah, just set its height to the max. Right, they'll have to build it from the bottom, but they can do that. Yeah, so this will pass in the... Well, I guess someone can stand here and build the first one. The others will have to be built from the bottom, but they can do that. And just in case there's any confusion, this is super duper critical to build as quickly as possible, please. Got plenty of planks and everything? Yeah, that's all good. Just for the sake of whatever, we can do this as well. It's interesting that they're not taking this and then working from the bottom for this. Because they could. Unless for some reason the tall things you have to build from the top. No, but that's stupid. That's not the case. Building back that far back, there'll be bad water in the corner. Oh, you're saying like in there, so maybe block this area. Right? Is that you're suggesting like we should maybe build here so that we don't get a little bit of bad water just stick. I mean, probably not looking to close this. You leave little nooks and crannies. Yeah. Okay. Fair. Let's change it to this instead. And oh yeah, remember the max priority and everything. That's cool. More empty beds. Yeah, I think we're having more beavers go away. I mean, it doesn't help that we've got some negativity that's bringing down some of the stats. Do we have chestnuts? Is this chestnuts? That's wheat flour. I think I need another forester. And we can plant more trees over here. And the upper area, well, we need water, but probably worth filling the sides with levees. If nothing else, so that's going to be really nice and high. Oh, over here, probably, yes. We just need one for the diagonal, eh? Like, just throw one in there. I mean, the bad water shouldn't flow over here. I'm doing it double high just to be nice and level with this, but the bad water wasn't coming up over here, I don't think. Maybe a minute temporary little splash. But yeah, one level high floodgate actually probably would have done it. And then, okay, if I can do these fill valves, right, what I want is I want to say like this. So that bad water drains out of here but doesn't back flood in. Because then I can just flush this, right? Going to need to add levees on the right shore where you're building the floodgate. You think over here? I don't think the water will overflood on this. Like, I don't think it did last time. Because this is just as high as the water level goes. Other than a temporary splash. And yeah, then now if I build those, then I can flush this properly with no backflow. And yeah, I'm going to want to build this higher as well. I don't think water can go over here right now. I will want to, just for nice consistency. Shit, that happened way faster than I expected. Way fast. What? Man. Well, I mean, we're not using this area yet. The goal is going to be to not have bad water in this area. And we're going to obviously get a few more sick beavers here, but that's fine. Construction's a dangerous trade, yep. Yeah, I don't know what those do. Let's figure that out after. There you go, buddy. Excellent. Okay. So yeah, that is still fine. We weren't using that yet. We want this to be a clean area later, eventually. But the point is, this area is still nice and clear of any bad water, which is perfect. Actually, this would be a good area to maybe grow some more plants and things. Maybe that... You know what? Hold on. Let me get rid of this forester. We'll end up building a forester over here. You zip line from the post by the scrap down to the bad water drop. What would be the bad water drop? Like over here? Building another zip line post over here is potentially nice. I don't think we're going to do a long-term amount of work over here. And yeah, we don't have the clean path yet. The goal will be now to go across here, but F it. Actually, I could... Hold on, I should put a halt on here. Well... Yeah, let me put a halt on this for a bit. Pause. Pause. We don't need to finish this right now. Then they're not going to spend any time in the poop water anymore. Well, I say that. I don't think they're going to have any reason to come down here anymore. Okay. Yep, all good. Some of these trees are dying. That's fine. And yes, I think we'll do more forester stuff over here. Maybe I should go and... I think we can probably do that now. We don't have a lot of construction, so... I'm going to build another forester. And... I think I kind of want it centered... Here is fine. Might want to build a little path here, and the reason is... Then the forester should be able to go and rig these bits up. If I do that, they should be able to reach that area. And then these are oaks, which maybe I won't replace. But I think we'll also need more maple, too. But we'll plant some chestnuts. We'll get started on a bit more maple. Actually, I might not want to build it right on the shore because I might want, I don't know, more showers or something. And then, I guess for the maple, I need another trapper's shack. And then we need gathering. Which we don't really have the workers for right now, but fine. Okay. And I think I'm going to go and build a little bit more housing. So if I did this, and then I got more platforms here and here, then people can access those houses, and then we'll probably build another level as well so we can access stuff that's on the roof. Oh, right, and then we need to do a manual flush. So if I take this and move it back here, then I won't have to worry about the manual flush the same way. And then ditto up over here. Or well, no, we still need a drain. Yeah, we still need a drain for the poop water. I could try to see if I can send it all down here. I'm wondering if we'd have to widen the channel. Like if I block over here, I'm wondering, I don't know the water mechanics too much. We could move the sensors upstream as well, which honestly would probably be enough to flush the channel in exactly the way that we're doing it manually now. That would probably be sufficient, to be fair. Moving the floodgates up would be better because it'd be less trap stuff. We might still want to do both. Like maybe it's when the bad water ends, or maybe we'll put like a sensor up here. When this area is vaguely clear, we can open it and maybe just flush a little. So the ideal would be both. Because if we move the sensor and move the floodgates, the sensor we moved up means we do open it even when there's still a little contamination right against the gate. But by moving the gate up, there's less of a little bit of a pooled area. Although it does purge itself so quickly that probably moving the sensors is enough. Okay, what we're going to do now is I'm going to open these just a little. Because that'll help clear this, and then I can unpause these. This will keep clean water, so these guys here won't get contaminated. And yeah, we have to wait for evaporating here. Well, although, could go... I don't know if there's a good convenient drain. Actually, if I blew this up here, drain this into here, because this is a legit poop channel. Oh. Need a path. Well, let's get ready with some stairs over here anyway. Boom. Pull up some trees. You know what? We're going to get rid of all these. We're pretty good on wood. Part of me wonders, can I just leave this open all the time? I mean, it's sort of a waste of good water. And slow, which is actually what I've got right now. Like, I've got it set to 0.5. I mean, we could just treat it like a dam, although because the water's flowing, there's no dams and stuff, like... But yeah, in theory with this, I'm keeping just a slow trickle. I did set it 0.65. Would it keep flowing? Just a slow wash of this area. Yeah, you reduce power if you keep the plug. Yeah, that's the thing I'm thinking. I think we'll probably close it. We'll just manually open it to do a flush. I mean, you kind of need a three-way valve on this. Which I guess I could do with a relay. It's almost like, if poop here, you gotta open. If poop here, stay open. Yeah, I guess that's it. This is open while there's poop here or here. And it closes once we've confirmed that. So the opposite of the or would be, this is clean and this is clean, then we can close this. Yeah. And that's in. So now, if I go and turn this off now, then this should no longer drain. It'll eventually evaporate. But actually, the important thing is not about this. Actually, it'll still technically drain. The important is there's going to be no poop backwash. That is important. And yeah, we'll just set up the logic relay. Yeah, let me do that. So I've got this sensor already. You know what I think I might do? I think I might rebuild all my sensors right now. Technically, this one is probably going to stay, I think. Because this can still be the trigger for, there's poop, this must open. But then you get a partner one. Over here. So what do we call this one? I mean, we've got two poop bypasses. This is one of our poop bypasses. Poo bypass. I mean, if we had a compass and we could definitively call this the east side or north or whatever. Poop bypass A.1. Poop bypass A.2. Then we set up a relay. One of the ones I got unlocked. Which one is it? I guess it is just the switch relay. We set up, and it can be anywhere because we got quantum entanglement. But let's logically build it nearby so that we can find it. Let's say we build it here. So this becomes Who Bypass A test. And this is or that. If either one of those is on, then this is on. And then this becomes that. If either one of these sensors is on, you have to be open. Because either we're having to empty poo from here, or we're still trying to flush out the channel. There we go. Shouldn't that sensor be upstream of the gate if it's to prevent any contaminated water from going through rather than downstream? You mean this one? I think no, because the idea... trying to detect contamination. Because if there's contamination here, I want this gate to be open. Because either... I mean, this does... yeah. I want this gate to be open if there's poo here, or if there's poo here. I mean, to be fair, if there's poo up the top one, there's probably going to end up being one here very soon. But the idea is this is to catch residual poo. I love this stream. This is to catch residual poo that's stuck in this channel. Oh! It's actually operating right now, because I think this one... oh, was on, but now is off. Yep. I think this detected a little bit of residual poo right here. So it ordered a flush. We've got to cleanse. There we go. This is the bidet plan. There we go. Perfect. And then it can close again because there's no poo in here. Arguably, what I could do is change the logic. Our logic might be we always want clean water in this area. But that's not actually important. And that theoretically could impede our primary water flow, which impedes our power generation, which hopefully will become less of a thing as we do more stuff with wind power and batteries and things like that. But there's no reason not to capture the hydropower, so we still want that for now. Perfect, that's working beautifully. This will probably want the same treatment here at some point. Actually, I'm not even completely convinced about that. Now, this is the is water in main area, which we use for usage 1. What are we checking this for? Oh, for this over here. Oh, right. That is for when there is a drought. If there is a drought and the main area ends up completely empty, we let a slow trickle from this upper quasi-reservoir. Not a real big reservoir. We'll need a proper one later, but that's going to be the idea. Okay. And then, yeah, I think what happens... I don't think we're going to need this huge relay chain anymore. Because I think we're just going to want 2 poo sensors. And arguably we could piggyback on this one, but no, I don't think so. This one has to be right by this gate. I think that's fine. Arguably, maybe, I don't know. But we could put the sensors, say, here and here, right by the flow. I mean, the thing is, if you do it too far in, it responds earlier than it strictly has to. The problem with too far in towards the source, I mean. But the problem is if it's... Yeah, we kind of want it as late as possible, but not in one of the places that gets jammed. So what I want to do is I want to take this sensor and just move it out a little bit into the lake, into an area that's not going to get jammed. Here, we could go in here. It doesn't necessarily have the best through. I don't know. We can build up. If I go... There's a stair here. If I go to here... Or maybe here, a builder should be able to access one and do that. That'll be a pretty good an early detection. And then likewise, maybe right over here. No good way to get all the way over here is there. Well, you know what? It's gonna be a long hike, but technically that's workable now. I might want to plan an alternate path through here, but a one-time build. I love the zip lines. Oh my god, those are so satisfying. Oh, these are properly out of power. Actually, there might not be enough power generation both those, because the other thing I was going to do is get... where's this one here? Is get the large windmill. Yeah, we got tons of science. And then, I don't remember... We still have to worry about overlaps and things. I guess there's no reason to keep the small windmills now. Big ones are just as easy to place. A couple of those. And yeah, I'm sure we're still needing more battery storage. And then the other thing we're going to unlock tunnels because we want to kind of get everything onto the same power grid. And I was going to do that underground. So this has been built. Early Poo 1. And this is going to be early Poo 2. And then this, which is our poop anywhere, it really becomes linked to those two. There you go. Which makes these two sensors completely defunct. And these two relays completely defunct. And this one. Yeah. There you go. When does weather sensor work? I don't know. Can it trigger on bad time start? Maybe. Maybe there's a pre-thing. I don't know. There you go. This has been built. Maybe a little buzz. Oh. Well, maybe it buzzes when it's off. Maybe it has a different sound if you click it when it's on. Temporarily build a ditch in the walking path for the power, then build a platform over to replace the path. Oh, that's true too, rather than doing tunnels. And the ditch is good because we can bring more water in and then just run the power through the water, because who cares? I don't know, because A, maybe we're not going to need it. B, we might want them somewhere else. We might want to organize our block. Yeah, we lose a little bit of the material in here, but I don't think I care. And mostly because right now I don't want to be confused by doing something on a relay I assume is being used, and it turns out is not. So I'm just proofing it against me being stupid. Not that I would ever make a really stupid mistake. I would never. But just on the off chance that one day I might. I want to guard against it. I'm wondering about another battery right here. This is already fairly deep. What do I need for the other dynamite? Oh yeah, those beakers of whatever the fuck they are. A couple. So I still need paths to build the relay station, or the what do they call the zip lines in the first place? Ooh, autosave ate my click there. Something in my click. I don't know if it was an autosave. Drought approaching. All right, that's fine. Oops. Oops! Stupid shaky ass hands. Never do what I want. I don't know. Alright. Now I can set up some dynamite down here. Dynamite! You know what? I want to build... It's silly. It's more materially expensive, but... We got the spiral staircases. Let's build a pretty one there. And then... Right, we got that. So the idea is I'm going to go and... blow up. Boom, kaboom. Oh yeah, and the tower platforms, which, yeah, we're going to figure out with this. Yeah, that's right. I have to build up first. So actually, hold on. I might cancel this. Times it. Okay. I got to pee. I'm like, desperately was hoping to work last until the end of the stream, but the desperate need to pee is interfering with my ability to think at all. I'll be right back. Alrighty. So much better. Woo-wee! Alright. Oh, I guess with the infinite, I guess we don't even need a path there. If they can stand here and build infinitely down. Yeah, I didn't think about ways to just, like, abuse the infinite down. Yeah, my dam burst. I had a bad water flood coming. Woo-wee! Oh, yes! We never got around to building a Lido. That's a good idea. Just suggesting downstream of the water wheels. Looks nice. So yeah, we need more well-being things. So the Lido, perfect place to relax by a river. Fun. Oh, and wet fur. Oh. And I don't remember. Do you build? Oh, you build it on the shore that way. Excellent. Let's build a couple of those. Lovely. Boom. There you go. So that's the bottom of the map. Okay. So, not going to click yet because we got to build our tower over here. But yeah, the idea is that well we'll get maximum height. Great. So, how do we... Let's assume the bit that we're going to put the power on. Let's say a pair of triple plat. I mean, you can go super mega high. Like, is there a ceiling? There must be a ceiling. Is there a maximum amount of power you can put in a oh my god. Okay. Well, that answers that question. Is there still room on that for another gravity? No. Okay. So the most I could do is I could put a double platform on this, presumably. Oh no, because it's still quite tall. It's probably about 3 tall by itself. Okay, so let's say we just do this. All right. Now, for this part, which I could start up here or whatever, but just for the sake of argument, because I'm assuming these aren't self-sustaining. Or self-supporting is what I mean, yeah. So I'm still going to be building a chain of platforms. It's quite cool. It's a little tedious to build. And then... Oh, and then... Well, no, because I can do this. That's right. Followed by one of those. You could replace one of the platform stacks with a vertical power shaft and build the battery on top of that. Because then I don't have to worry about running the power up here. Because I have to build a vertical power shaft regardless. Whoa. Oh yeah. It's going to be a little annoying because it's going to keep disappearing. Then I got to click on something to bring it back up. Right. I forgot we got to route power up here anyway. Like last time I had to build it in parallel. Actually, should I? Maybe I should do the ones next to the stairs. Oh, hey, Todd. No, this is not sponsored. I do disclaimer it. I have previously done sponsored content for Timberborn, and they did send me some really cute little beaver statues. Actually, here's the thing I'm concerned about. Are we going to be able to reach everything properly? Yeah, I'm wondering if we do the overhangs, because that would be easier. But how do we get our beavers to actually... Do I have to build this bit by bit to make sure things don't do a stupid thing? Because this one can be built from the ground. This one, we need to stand somewhere to do it. I guess what I could do is do this, and then they could stand here, build that, and then keep going. There's a priority setting, but like I don't want to set 30 different priorities. I mean, I guess to a certain extent, the priority is build this one, because you're not always going to be able to reach it. As soon as you can build one of the triple platforms, do it. Because yeah, the beavers will be stupid. Like I almost want to make the stairs the lowest priority. Because if I make, let's say I make the vertical power shafts the sort of +1 priority. So what's going to happen is they're going to build these bits as soon as they can. Then they'll build these bits. So normally what will happen is they can't reach these bits. So they're going to be forced to build, say, staircase. And then as soon as they can reach one of these, they'll build it. And if that enables them to build one of these, they'll build it. And then they'll go back to this. And I think they won't get stuck. Or if you build a landing in each one of the 3. Oh yeah, because I can stop with the staircase landing. Because that's the other thing I'm worried about is, can we reach everywhere? So I could do this. Like go here, land, walk. Do I want to do one more loop? But it's nice and level. And then we just start the staircase again. And then I don't know if I want to put like, almost want the staircase to be the lowest priority. Because then I could start again with one of these. This might be overkill on the landing. If I rotated the staircase slightly, then I wouldn't need a double landing. I just want one little flat piece right here, maybe. We're going to share an image of the gravity battery build. I mean, normally the easiest place would be a Discord message, but it might not be on Discord. Make the beavers complete the stairs first and then have them build down. I don't know if that's necessary. I mean, this will work. I'm just not convinced this is the most efficient in terms of material / time. But maybe, rather than upset about it, for the purpose of progressing the stream, perhaps I'll be like, it's fine. Maybe I won't build all the way up. Maybe I'll just start this and make sure this doesn't break. Well, that's true. Beavers can build from the top without bottom without limitation. So as long as the beavers aren't getting stuck on the way up, we're fine. I mean, that's a big if. But now I can see, like, okay, maybe the value in doing that. Because as long as they can stand here, they can build infinitely down. It's weird, but it works. And then, oops. Is it still a double? Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, I guess I'm always building these doubles. Oh my god. Oh, okay, if I leave this open, I think it keeps the view up. I'm not convinced I'm ascending as quickly as I could be. But it looks kind of nice. And actually, if I go and do this, we can confirm the top. I might not have the patience built on that. And then I know I have to delete this last one. Do you need a platform? Beavers can build from the staircase, right? Beavers can build from staircases. I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm wrong, but I thought they did, although I don't know if that applies to spiral staircase. Can you just do a spiral staircase the whole time without doing a landing? Yes. Yes, they can build from staircase. So I don't need to do this platform shit at all. Someone mentioned doing a landing. I was like, okay, yeah, that sounds smart, but it might not be smart. In fact, I think it might be, I don't want to say dumb, but the opposite of smart. Yeah, if they can build from staircases, then why are we doing any of this? And then, is there a way to copy and paste a section? I don't think so in this game, huh? But now I can always just build with the triple platform, saving me many clicks. Oh, I'm wrong here. Still need one of those. And then does it go triple? Oh no, it's kind of quadruple. Right, that makes sense because it's 4 bits. I guess I could just build 2 doubles, saving me from changing my tool from a triple and a double, or triple and a single. I'm hesitant to build it all the way up in case it turns out that there's a flaw in here and I have to undo it all over again. So I think I'll stop here. And yeah, I guess we don't need to do the priority on these other bits because in theory, oh, they can only move one over. Hold on. No, these, we still need the triple on this side to be built first because we won't be able to reach them a bunch of the time. Yeah. So the second you can reach these, you have to build them. Presumably by standing on top of the power shaft. You're already building 4 columns up. You don't need the extra one. Oh, the extra one what? Sorry, because there's latency in the communication, the sentences really do have to have like full context, because otherwise I don't know what's happening. The 5th one. The 5th one of what? On the right, big power. Like these. Referring to using the battery support and the stair support. We could put the stairs, like if I was flipping these two over, we could use maybe this platform, but it doesn't sync up with what we're building. He's asking why you're building the triple platforms on the other side. Oh, you're saying, why don't we just, depending on how we end this up, we can put the battery on top of this bit here. Like literally, this goes away like that. Literally, if I stop, like still we're going to keep building up. But if I stop with something that looks like this, then all I need is this, and I don't need this bit. Okay, yeah. That is sound. We don't need this at all. We just need the one spiral tower and then the battery chain that goes up there. I will have to detonate that now, but that's fine. We get to do more explosives, and that's never a bad thing. I mean, I'm just as bad as I'm watching other people's streams. It's just like, I want to type something right away, but then yeah, by the time the person sees it, they have no idea what I'm talking about anymore. Especially since like the directions change and it can be really hard to communicate that. If there was like a numbered grid, we could be like, okay, on tile A3 at Z level 15, do this. Yeah, Quill, that thing over there is wrong. All right, we do need a bunch of treated planks for the spiral staircases, but it's still infinitely... I mean, this is cheap on material. This is nice and space compact, and if nothing else, it looks awesome. It looks super good. The platform overhang at the top of the stairs, you can build it all from the top. That's true. I mean, at this point, this part doesn't matter too terribly much, because either we're going to build it on our way up, or we can build it down from the top. It's all moot. I could wait, and I could do all the stairs first, then plop this down. I think it doesn't matter, huh? Woodward and farmward be the cardinal directions. Is that from, like, the circular island? No, that's something else. There's, like... Oh, here's technology. Cure a contaminated beaver. Hey! There you go! I guess we got our first dandelion harvest. Dandelion is French for lion's tooth. Although in French, we don't call it a dandelion. We call it a pissenlit, which means piss the bed. Because it's a diuretic. The more you know! There you go. We have no water flow because it is a drought, so the power's off, or the buildings are all paused. Oh, look at that. Okay, so you get the blue pause or the red pause. Nice. What? Brilliant UI. Brilliant UI. I would like to be able to do these. It would be nice to have a little bit of a copy and paste kind of tool. But that's a minor thing. And I do think that the tree things, the fact that you can't like place a growing zone under where there's already something in like a destructive way is a little annoying, but should maybe get another Lido over here. You know what? Actually, I'll build one now. We could even get rid of the shower. So I guess we don't need the showers at all. Like the Lidos just do the shower job. Which I think is a lesson I think the path's in the way, isn't it? I think that's a lesson I learn every time I've played this. I'm like, oh yeah, we don't need the showers. We can turn this into an anime convention. Sorry, there's no reason that the anime community had to take that bullet. We can apply it to any mass gathering of nerds. I've been to Gamescom. I've been to Comic-Con. Or Fan Expo. That's the thing I've been to. Which is basically that, but in Toronto. In Sweden, dandelions are called sun roses. Oh, that's so lovely! They are sunny. Oh, yes, thank you. And we can unpause the smelter. I mean, it'll be paused because there's no power, but yeah. Now, once we connect this all up, theoretically, our little power sensor should always be on. But we'll see. Zipline to North Forest. That's an excellent idea. Now, here's an interesting question. So we know we can chain from, say, this to another zipline over there, but that might not be faster. This actually might be a real use case for build another starting zipline station. We might still want it in this area. And I love how like it correctly changed the focus. That second click wasn't still trying to collect from this platform. It's such an easy little thing to do in code. Be like, well, logically, the next thing the player is going to want to do is click the next thing in the chain. So we're going to have it be, we're connecting now from this zip line to over there. It takes 5 minutes to code, but it's so easy to forget if you're not thinking of little quality of life things. This game is so good. I mean, that kind of looks like another zipline platform, but it's not. To do. And yes, if you are a Twitch subscriber, a YouTube member, or a Patreon supporter, then you can connect your Discord to that service. You do it from within Discord, at least for Twitch and YouTube. Patreon might have been a little different. I don't remember. I think it's probably I think you can do it from the Patreon site or from the Discord, within Discord. But you link your account, it should get you auto-invited to the server, where it's a great place to chat about different things. I think we might be out of little pathy connections over here. Oh, wait. Oh. In my head. I guess I knew there was there. But I think in my head, I thought I had a connection already. But here, and I'm going to get a secondary connection over here. Oh, okay. Here's the other complaint. That you also can't delete trees from here. And I realized like they have a different button for mark resource for deletion. I don't know why. If you can instantly blow up a building, why can't you instantly blow up a tree? I think very early on, I think this is inertia. I think this is like legacy behavior. Like the split between demolish buildings, delete rubble, mark resource for deletion. I am convinced those could just be one button. And I'm convinced that trees could have a little demolish button as well. I think this is leftover.
Hey, Quill, pay attention. There's a new subscriber.
Yeah, both should take time or both should be instant. Yeah. Like, and be the same command still. Like, I'd be fine. In fact, I was surprised that you could insta-blow up a building. Like, I would think mark for deletion, then eventually someone has to go and do it. And you mark for deletion a tree, someone comes and do it. That's fine. It's the fact that they're treated as completely different operations. It's very strange. This is very strange. So, realizing we never got around to reading the subs and resubs. Also, thank you very much. We did get 2 new subs. A Billabong Bronco, which is an excellent username. Thank you for subbing, using that Twitch Prime. And BYD as well. Thank you very much for the sub. And our resubs today were Dreadful Red at 50 months. Zon is at 43. Creased Thought, that's fun, is at 47 months. Crispy Goth with, yes, a nice big round number, or almost a nice big round number, at 127 months. Dayton's at 43 months. Have I heard right? You're developing an Aurora 4X-like game. Yeah, it's only going to take me 10 or 15 years. But, you know, wish list now. No, it's not on Steam or anything like that. But I'm dabbling around. Sort of if Aurora 4X and EVE Online had a baby, it would be very confusing with a lot of spreadsheets. And it would be glorious. One Sean at 43 months. We've got Lem Gardner at the 121. Is that, that's what the Hobbits refer to as 11T1, right? Shift Guaz is at 37 months. The Parkers at 32 months. Silent Night UK is at 38. Fish Sticks is at a 3-year Twitch anniversary. It says 3 years. Yeah, Timberborn. Zip lines are so cool. The other faction has Subway. Whoa, which are also awesome later. We are going to have to play with the other faction at some point. Chino is at 124 months, and Adubs is at 22 months. Thank you very much for that. Just sorry, looking at YouTube. If you want to clear only dead berries, you don't have to worry about misclicking a live berry bush. Oh, I see. In Brazil, a polite way to call someone tiresome is to say they are a pé no saco, in reference to how, in the olden days, people would step on your luggage sack to stop you from moving away. Huh. All right. We got a Brazilian friend we can ask about that for more context too. That pé no saco. Is pay like is the pay step? Talking about logic gates, but remind me we'll continue station here on Saturday. So I do want to continue station here. That is absolutely part of the log. I don't know about this Saturday. This Saturday's either going to probably be a little bit more Timberborn, or there might not be a stream on Saturday because this weekend is Easter and I may be away visiting my folks. So that's a bit of a question mark. Wednesday is going to be more of more Timberborn. Yeah, nothing weird happening here. We're retaining the water, waiting for the drought to end, which is progressing nicely. Okay. And this can't get all required material. Are we out of planks? We did consume all of our planks, and of course no planks are being produced right now, so that seems fine. Oh, I guess it's possible that our plank treatment is consuming too many planks to make the treated planks. It's fine. Eventually the storage will fill up. We're not going to be consuming treated planks. But yeah, that is going to put a bit of a bottleneck on our actual plank production for a little bit. Actually, it wouldn't surprise me if we need some more water pumps. We haven't done more of that in a while. To be fair, we hadn't increased our population a bit, though we did just recently add a few more buildings here. So I should probably look at the other well-being things. Let's build an agora. Ooh, that is big. That does take a lot of planks. Agora must be more on the ground, requires haulers. Discuss various timber-related issues. I'm wondering about over here. Nice overlook? I think that's what I'm going to do. So again, I'm going to have to say mark resources. Villagers don't have anything to do right now because they're out of resources. Yeah, some tail stamping. That does look lovely. Spa isn't working. Well, right now they're not working because they don't have any water. But the drought's about to end, so we're going to be fine. Oh yeah, tail stamp. What does that take? Actually, we could do that because it doesn't take any completed planks. Let's build some tail stampers. 1,000 science points. Worth it. All of those. And I think the carousel needs power, right? Yeah. I like the idea of building on this overlook here. You can upload your own image stamp. Oh, that's right! I can have my little quill face. Okay. Water is about to whoosh back in. Oh, it needs those beaker things. Okay. I don't remember needing that. Yeah, we'll have to investigate that in just a scooch. So I guess, actually, let me cancel the beaver stamps. 10 cycles. So the beaver stamp, do you need it to build? Oh, it consumes it, the detailer. Okay. All right, power's about to kick back in. Start to get planks again. I might want to increase my plank production. I don't know. Gore needs a centrifuge? Wait, what? Centrifuge? I could just do an aerial thing with the power shaft. I keep waiting because I'm like, oh, I'm going to do an underground thing, but maybe I should just do an overhang thing for the power. There you go. Slow trickle of water. A little bit of a stall for a sec. Actually ran backwards for a second. Come on, you can do it. All right, that's just working as a dam. Yeah, start flowing. There we go. Now we should be stabilized. Oh, and here's the big water run. Flooding everything. We'll get a little Kermit there. It's just me hearing things.
Well, it's not easy. It's not easy being green. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
Today I learned the Swedish dandelion maskrose situation is even worse than warm rose. According to Wikipedia, it comes from the motion of warm slugs. What? What? If we could cross zip lines, we could build large beaver collider. Discover a whole new class of beaver particles. Yeah, never cross the streams. Never cross the zip lines. There we go. It'd be choochin' now. Supply, demand. Demand is 0 because I guess they're in between jobs. Or something. Oh, it's nighttime. Yep. I remember back in the day, Sencha and I used to go out to karaoke all the time in town, and there's one person, and he would always be there every week. And I swear to God, when he sang, and I don't think it was intentional, this guy sounded like Kermit. He would do different songs, but that is the way his voice came out. And one was very supportive, very nice. But also at the same time, we were like, it's not just me, right? That guy sounds exactly like Kermit. Oh, yes. How's our gears? We don't have a massive gear storage, which is fine. Yeah, so at some point the gear workshop might stop consuming planks because it consumes planks, right? Yeah. Yeah, we might need some more. We've got this area all set up. Yeah, gather a flag, which can also collect some berries for us, which is fine because we use some of those. Water's reservoir is contaminated by the contaminated lake you accidentally made. I mean, there was contaminated water in here. I don't think it is anymore. It's hard to see at night. Oh, there you go. Especially with that. Right, there's this. Always has some contamination, which is fine. Actually, what I probably want to do, I've got this dam here, which... Oh, right, was to retain a little bit of bad water pump. What I might want to do for the future is I might want to have a one-way valve, like, right here. I don't think there's any reason not to, other than it would take up more material that we need for our big mega projects right now. So, yeah, I won't do it right now, but I think that's an idea. If you met somewhere else Bruceless, please let me know. I mean, but this is always poop water. And that had poop water, but it's clear. And that's another poop water stream. I don't see anything else. And yeah, that's our poop water collection, so we were using it for dynamite. We'll use it for other things. Okay, so how do I make these potion things? I don't even know what category that's under. Is it under maybe one of the water ones? No. Is it under, maybe it's under well-being or something. Like a medicine thing. You need a centrifuge. Is that under science? Bot assembler, pot part, refinery. Water third last. Ah, there it is. I think we did build these before. Right, and that's the bad water dome, bad water rig. So this just seals a bad water source. And the rig also, yeah, it seals it, but you get bad water out of it. So ultimately, I mean, assuming you want infinite amounts of bad water, you just put a bad water rig or everything. If you don't need infinite amounts, you can probably save some resources by doming some of the bad water. I mean, that doesn't stop you from a bad water flood. I'll plan on that. Not going to plop down more construction projects. I know, it's like, wait, is this Quill talking? Yes, I'm going to try to avoid plopping down more construction projects while we work on what we've got. I will want more storage for the gears, because some of the projects do need a lot of gears, and we're going to want to store it up, but I don't want to do that now, because I'm actually quite happy this is installed. I could pause it as well, but I want to leave this running. I want to make sure we've got our 30 gears, our cap of however many gears our cap is. I think it's a 40. So I think we've got a mini storage for 30, and then I think you can store 10 in here, yeah. So I just want to leave it idle, and it can build some more. The planks are idle, but that's because I think we're back on, yeah, it's break time again. Okay. Oh yeah, the tower is completed as much as it can complete right now. Okay. So we go back to click, 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 click. I guess I could. Well, if I click, it might be a little hard for me to place the stairs if I go ham on those.
Hey, Quill, pay attention. There's a new subscriber.
What is up? Uluwadunminu. Wow, that is going to be a challenge for me with my inability to say things. But thank you very much for the sub. You are much appreciated. Oops. Well, again, here, I guess it's fine. Like, again, I could just go and plop a bunch of these. I'm just a little bit worried about the difficulty of placing the spirals after, because then I'm like, wait, where am I? Or I'm over there, and there, and there, and there, and then some amount. We're going to keep going. Maybe I call that good enough. It is 4. Is there any chance, I'm hoping the answer is yes, is there any chance that Kisser, Luck, and Rhino will be playing root trees today? That's what I'm hoping. All right, let's say we end there. I think we can get more height. But I don't want to. Which it turns out I can't place it. It's like, you built too high. Oh, there you go. Okay, done. No stream there at all. Okay, well then I'm not worried about going over for a few minutes. We'll keep working on this for the moment. Oh, there we go. The Agora's set up. Look how cool that is. Oh, okay. The Agora needs extract as well. Okay. So never mind. They want to drink. So the centrifuge needs power, yes? Yes. And ideally, we'd want it near the bad water. There's no good long-range power transmission in here. Maybe for simplicity, I'll just build an elevated power transmission system. You placed some stairs wrong. Dang it. Afraid of that. Oh yeah, I skipped. You know what? Let me reset my stairs. This is what I was a little bit worried with the building. That goes there. Oh my god. I can't tell. It goes there. Wait, did I publish some wrong? I'm not sure I placed them wrong. Stern, you can see better where they are. Oh, right, because the path. Now, there's no yellow path there. Oh, no, there's still an orange path that continues. Yeah. And then red. No, I think we're good because it's got the line. I'm gonna build one's wrong. Okay. Maybe I accidentally fixed it. I don't know. If I go and get rid of this, and again, get kind of confused about the fact that like it needs to build. I'm gonna remove this one and replace it with a vertical power. Right, they can only build so high. That's the other issue. If I go and decide to do it upwards. Maybe I should just dig a trench. Okay, I might still want a little thing here and go over the road with the platform or stairs. Either way. But let's say I go over the road. The platform. I can keep platforming and run it. That's in the way. I could always blow it up. That's a pretty old tank. But then the building's there too. So let's say I'm going to do this. I'm going to clear that because we're going to run power along here. Do I need to clear it? Yes. Okay. I can't build a platform over plants. Okay. All of a sudden I had a moment of like, hold on a second. Is there something magical going on? This power shaft, make that the priority so that all of our buildings work, please. Very good. Power on top of the platforms and put the platforms along the path. Yeah, well, I thought about building along the path first, but then, like, and I was fine about tearing this down. I didn't want to tear down this building. But yeah, I thought about just overlapping on top of the path, but I'm like, well, this way I get to do a straight shot, so it's fine. Last floor, the top platform, a restaurant and gift shop. We need a gift shop. We want a little shop. Certainly. So, planks are basically the bottleneck still. I seem to remember being an issue previously, too. Maybe I should build a couple more little plank thingies. By a couple, I mean 3. I mean, I guess I could just route power everywhere along the path. Like, I like the idea of building a straight shot here, but you just run power everywhere through your city. Rotating restaurant DLC coming this fall. Yeah, I'd pay $15.99 for that. I mean, unless you're serious that it's a thing, in which case I would not pay $15.99 for a rotating restaurant. I'd pay $15.99 for a good expansion, though. I haven't even mastered the base game yet. Settle down, Quill. You got a ways to go there, buddy boy. Yeah, let me increase the priority of the... Well, that's the workplace. Let me increase the build priority of the lumber mill in order. Let the power chains properly, but yeah, we need more planks. We got lots of raw wood. That's not the problem. Hey, I could do a whole new set of beavers, which also would mean a whole new set of buildings. That would be a big undertaking, but they could do it. Also, clear this quickly because it's annoying me that I can't make my plans right now. Okay. Go. More homes for more beavers. I mean, we have 17 unemployed beavers right now, so I don't think we need more buildings yet. Shoot some more logs, please. And yeah, realistically, we'd probably get rid of the is-powered sensor, because in theory, we're always going to have power, or close to it. I don't know if we can... I guess they probably don't consume power when they're not working, so at night, probably the batteries don't get drained. Right? And then if I do need more power, I can just start dropping more wind turbines. I'll have to get more of these to be vertical power shafts. But, like, I can do this. Oh, no one can reach it. I have to get a little stairs to be able to reach this a little bit. Actually... Can I do this? Yeah, that should work, because that's their base. The base of the windmill is basically a vertical power shaft, right? That should work. Yeah, we got a tad bide. I like that. Coming, which I'm fine with. I think we're all set to deal with this. Yeah, planks continue to be an issue. Altitude makes batteries better or something. Yes. So, like, the batteries... And the thing is, gravity batteries are a thing that exist in real life as well. I don't think they tend to be built vertically. They tend to be built on big mountain slopes. But the idea, when you have extra power in your network from, say, renewables, right? You got your solar and your wind and things like that, and it's during the day, and it's nice and breezy, and you're generating more power than you need. Then you use electric engines to push this giant heavy weight up a hillside. And then, when you have a power deficit, it's at night, it's not windy enough or whatever, then the big heavy weight starts to make its way down the hillside, and the electric engines act as dynamos, electric power generators. Or you pump water up, which I think is less finicky and has fewer moving parts. But yeah, you can just fill a giant reservoir on top of the hill, and then when you need power, you start to empty it and run turbines. It's like... It's remarkably simple and low-tech, and works. As it turns out, it just works. What are you guys complaining about here? Need power to operate. Oh, that's it. I misread it. I saw this box here. I'm like, you still have power, but don't say that's all the way down. Putting the extra battery. Pump storage seems more on theme for... You're right. If there was a bunch of pumped water stuff for power. The thing is, actually, I don't think we can... We can't pump water in this game, can we? Because we've got everything set up. Like, we could set up a giant reservoir that drains through some water wheels to generate power. I just don't think we can fill... We can't elevate water, can we? You can? Is there a pump? Oh, mechanical fluid pump. So yes, we could actually do water-based power storage. But the game gives us these batteries that work pretty darn well. I don't know if, like, it turns out that making the water-based storage might be better once you get the infrastructure. I think these batteries are, like, artificially... Like, they're coded to just be, like, super effective. Just waiting. Too far. Is it... Oh, I didn't finish my stairs. I need to, like... Can I center the camera on one of these things? Ugh. Boom, boom. Boom. Go. That last stair might not have been required, but we'll do it anyway. Oh, this is all linked. Well, not quite. Oh, they probably can't reach this bit. I don't know if beavers can build diagonally. If I just put a platform here, I wonder if they could reach that. I don't know. Hey, band coding. 2 water wheels generate more than 3 if the water has been diverted inside. Yeah, that I don't know. Like, we'd have to do some experiments. Like, if we blocked this and pushed it more through one thing, what would be better? I don't know. I'm just going to go and put down... I don't even need quite this high, but I'm going to do it anyway. Totally, actually, you know what? I can make this look nicer by using more resources than I have. Yeah, everything else is in place. And now this wind turbine, while it's going, is going to generate enough power to keep all this industry going, even during a drought. But the important thing, and then it's going to connect it up to my... Well, not yet. This isn't connected up to my grid yet. Which I guess we should probably plan now before I forget. Bad water coming. That's fine. And do this. Not... Vertical. There you go. Some of these things are being over-engineered, but maybe we need some extra hospital beds. Enough beavers now getting regularly hurt during work periods. I need that second vertical here. 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 I don't know which second vertical you mean. Built to there. Does this just... Does this one not have to be vertical? Oh! Okay, so a power shaft by itself can't go vertically, but it can link to a vertically. Oh! That is very unexpected. I assumed for sure that this guy here had to be a vertical power shaft. Okay. There's a couple others that I could... Like this one here doesn't have to be a vertical shaft, but I'm not going to get rid of them now. Getting on gears. Oh, I'm actually legit out of gears. Yeah, the old power shafts used to be, I mean, it felt fine and like, you know, you were in there, but having all the different power shafts, because they had to do one different power shaft for every bend. And from a programming point of view, it's not that hard to be like, okay, internally, we still have all these different variants of the power shaft. I mean, you need different art for them and da-da-da-da-da. But we can just have it, like, automatically replace the power shaft with the appropriate one internally. And so I don't think it was ever a question of what can we do. It's just always a question of what's better for gameplay. Because, again, you want the players to, you know, play your game. Is this... Oh, there's just really not enough water. Okay. Can the Lido go down 2 levels? Maybe I should blow up a little bit deeper water here so that the Lidos keep working. I'm assuming the Lidos work with deeper water. Oh, I can't blow this up anymore. Would I have to do that first, or do the Lidos not work with deeper water? Also, maybe I want to go and build a little something here to stop the bad water from getting quite so close to this stuff. I don't think it's a big deal. Turn off the pumping during the drought? I mean, we could. And that way, we wouldn't worry about emptying this, because people have talked about it before. We could stop the pumping during drought, because then it wouldn't empty this quite as quickly, which would guarantee more water for the crops, and then keep the Lidos and stuff going. It's fine. I don't know. Maybe I should care, but I don't right now. So there. Oh, the gravity batteries! Oh, no. It's being built! It needs 4 more gears. Okay. Gear bottleneck is now a thing. Which probably is just a good sign of, hey, why don't I just build more gear storage? Because there's plenty of times when we're not consuming gears. Oh, this might be a ground. Oh, no, it is in the building. There you go. So we'll do that. We'll just build up a bigger buffer. We're not going to build them any faster, but we'll just be able to buffer more. Because we went from like 40 gears to 0 gears. Deeper water doesn't help with the Lidos. Okay. Yeah, don't pump in the pool that waters your crop. Makes a lot of sense. I get it. I suspect you're very right. I might still not bother with it. I was playing on harder difficulty, and I guess the drought's even on normal difficulty. Oh, there, see, so the system's working. We're maybe letting the poop water in a little too early. But it will flush out very quickly. Like, there'll be a moment of, but it will flush out very quickly. Contaminated. Okay, the contaminated stuff does die very quickly. Very quickly. And it's going to kill some crops. So we might need to... This is also stopping things from flushing quite as quickly as before, too. While it's clearing this out. Although this is going to seal itself in a second here. Presumably, yeah, there it just sealed itself up. So now more water should flow through these and flush this out faster. Maybe I was too far forward with these. It's possible. Oh, this should still be draining. Actually, this should really just be you operating on its own sensor. Yeah, this actually does need to be on its own sensor. Getting rid of that one was incorrect. What did I call this one? Hoop bypass? And this one here is just going to go and connect here. There you go. So I will manually open this for a second. And then do this. The fact that the water has momentum is very realistic. That is how water works. You don't see it often in video games. I guess City Skylines has it. Once this is built, this should open again, because right now it's got the contamination is high enough. Oh, we might not have enough gears. Just do another manual then. Oh yeah, I saw. Okay, and that was for City Skylines 1, right? So Mark Croquette. Ooh, I want a croquette. Just said in Twitch, City Skylines also has racing tracks now. I was very tempted by that. And it was for Cities 1, right? Not 2? Which is really odd. I mean, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, like, what does that tell us about something going on with the development of City Skylines 1 versus 2? Maybe one has a bigger user base, so they're like, you know what? If we make content for it, we'll actually make more money. Need some hysteresis. Gotta close in time before any bad flow. Only open when there's no poop again. Yes, and that's true. We could do a little extra relay, because the slam shut sooner and then do this, but... Alright, is this built? 3 more gears. Yeah, really put a lot of gear demand in. Oh, is this connected? I think this is all... nope. That's not quite done. Maybe I should get another gear one. I don't know. It would have been fine if we were banking gears. The problem is we were never banking gears. And so now as we're doing a bunch of gear stuff, we don't have that backlog. But we don't consume gears, right? There's nothing that's constantly consuming gears other than when we're building stuff. Is this still bad, y'all? I don't know. I haven't played it in a while. I think things have gotten a lot better. Is CS2 with a different developer now? That I don't know. I think like there was a split between with Paradox? Iceflake Studio. Oh, maybe. Did Iceflake Studio take over Cities 2? The recent reviews for Cities 2 is mostly positive. And then City Skylines still with Colossal Order themselves. Is that what happened? Sky's limit. Build and structure the highest allowed height. Hey, achievement get. Boom. So you can store 62,000 horsepower hours versus 28,000. I mean, we could also, tear this down and rebuild it, but it's there. We may as well leave it there. If we need more power storage, we'll just build another one of these giant towers. And again, it would be great if I could just copy and paste that. But you don't end up building these things too often. That is a big buffer. And all this is now connected. This is all interconnected as one giant power hookup. So now our power is very solid. A few gears stored up, and then also over here, this is also hooked up for poop bypass 2. Lovely. You're draining your really tall one. You can overhang the really tall one and have multiple. Oh, we could put multiple batteries up here. Because we could do overhang 3 or whatever the heck. And then hang them off the edge. That's true. Yeah. Well, you know what? I think this is a good place for us to put in a cut. I don't know what our big project will be next time. So next live stream is going to be on Wednesday. We'll play more of this. Again, Saturday's a bit of a question mark. There may not be a stream because of Easter. And if there's a stream, it may be this, it may be something else. I'm not sure yet. Just do little interconnections. Not sure what it's going to look like. I love our little zip lines. They just look great to see. And yes, this ridiculous structure. But power's very stable. I don't know if it evenly drains the 2. Yeah, it looks like it's evenly draining the 2. And I guess there's a maximum emptying, which is 2,000 horsepower hours per minute. Wait, what? I don't know what these are standing for anymore. But, and so I guess what could happen is if this battery here drains, we might not have enough power being reinserted into network from just the one. So there could still be a shortfall there. But yeah, that's right. If we go and tear the top part out and then rebuild it as an overhanging platform with more batteries, that could work. Oh man, I love the shadow of this. This is great. And yes, more social services and the food, because we have, oh, right. We've got chestnuts now. We need to start grilling them. And then the spatter dock is a water thing. I think cattails as well. And then we can start making the maple pastry somehow. More food. The agora. Oh yeah, we need those potion-y things. A few more shrubs and some more decoration, and just try to push those numbers up. I should probably focus like hardcore on just seeing about completing all these, because this is a good checklist of what to do next. I don't think I can completely eliminate the bee stings, because the farmers have to go into the fields for them. Contamination we could certainly eliminate, but you know, we'll see about that. Make a system get rid of the bad water so don't run into your base as your next product. That would be nice. Honestly, we could do another little bypass over here, well, into this area. I don't know. We could just drain more. Try to cut the flow more. Build a giant dam that really just forces the bad water out this way. That could be a thing. I don't know. But we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you very much for watching. Hey, RimWorld video should have just went live a few minutes ago, I think. Or is about to go live? Let me see here. RimWorld, yep, episode 30 just went live, so there's something on the UbTubs for you. Hopefully more Terra Invicta coming soon. Not today, unfortunately. And I'll see you on Wednesday for some more Timberborn. Bye, everybody!